comes your way next.
An absolutely perfect fall afternoon for football, and we are under bright blue Colorado skies at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Huskies of San Diego taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading them out in the 3rd year of a young career out of Alabama, it's Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there were many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing Jones. And Watson has it right side. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring out those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Shoot up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3-and-out and did just that. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen stick.
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bronco score. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he did throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this Bronco defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And again, it's Rodgers. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 11.
Robinson up the middle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Robinson with another carry. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Jones on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Fighting his way through contact and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. It's a gain of 4 that time, and the Broncos are going to have it first and goal. Connor will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
What's good on the extra point? And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Rodgers' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season. And the Huskies get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here we go. 11.
Back to throw again. Open man is Noah Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play. And they were probably looking at the number.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this 2nd half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Rodgers again now. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Second down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Jones. A short one there, caught by Swain. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Again, it's Robinson. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. 123 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
21.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st down, Rodgers. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-backs. Welcome back now to Denver, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Huskies have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14.
Huskies 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Omaha.
They start the drive with Connor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Connor up the middle. He stiff arms him. He'll take this to the 46. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Connor going to get it again on second down. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 30-yard line.
They run behind center with Connor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Velus Jones now from his end zone.
Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Out route to Hill, complete.
The numbers for Hill a week ago. 5 catches, 127 yards, and a score.
Look, I know everybody wants to be number 1 in everything they do, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. That's a strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So here are the Eagles now backed up to start their first drive.
They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger...
Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After 7-0 on the Ace. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Now Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. An option give now to Mitchell. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers going to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Right. 26.
Rodgers now on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Hey, 626.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second and a couple. And again, it's Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Rodgers. This will be caught at Samuel. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Amani Hooker.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have come to halftime, and what's up?
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Hey, 626.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
That's over the middle, caught by Chosen.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's Pacheco once again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. They go for it. But come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. To throw is Fields. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Throwing is Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Over. 26. Hey, 88. Hey, take 26.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Fields. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Now Hill to return it.
Pushes him over. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Back door. Inside. Yeah, there. Jump out.
On first down, Rodgers.
That's caught by Chosen. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Rodgers again now.
Out route to Hill, complete.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
26.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Tyreek Hill's got another one.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Huskies are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
On first down, Fields.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Now Fields. Short one here, caught by McBride.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Badgley able to knock this one through.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 10. 1:47 on the clock. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Back to throw, Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
But they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
50. Take 30.
Rodgers to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing